Good morning, it's Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium here. I've decided to go live now, even though I'm changing my time to 9 o'clock at this point. But today I've got a haircut at 9 o'clock, so I'll be in a chair at the point in time elsewhere. So I decided to quickly go live right now. So I'm not going to dilly-dally. I have got this in the mytimetv.live channel. I've also got it on my Hypnosis Plus with Ros channel. There is a link above in the description. Just under the description is the link to the page which brings you to my Ros Boundy page, which is where I'll see your hellos and comments. So I thought, well, I'll do that, and I've just got the just putting that scroller there for the hypnosisplus.com.au. That's my website where you can do the bookings for the personalised and, oops, I went to turn it off, the personalised and detailed readings and the other stuff I do too. So I just wanted to put that there so I can take it off now as we move over to the actual reading. Okay, so doing that, and we'll swap that around, and here we go with the cards. I'm still using the Lenormand deck because I just love it. It's my favourite. So as I get more familiar with it, which over a year you'd think that I would be by now. So there it is for those who'd like to source their own Lenormand deck like that. We've got the 5-card spread again, which is the work energy, work there in the stork. And that stork was there the other day too. We've got the birds in the home energies. We've got the young lady up the top in the unexpected, and the older woman in the your role, which I found very interesting to have both in the same spread. And we've got the clouds as the outcome. So what it's saying to me in the work energy, it's still that rearrangement and things being changing, in that changing mode. So it's actually excuse me, yeah, change. I've just noticed Shaz's good morning, so I will put that one up. Good morning, how are you? Yeah, surprise one this morning. It is an interesting spread today. I felt that as I was putting them out. The stork was actually the one that flew out, basically, onto the table, so it demanded first position, which was the work energy. At least that's where I felt it needed to be. So it's still things rearranging and working around the work, the home, the job, if you happen to be in a job. We've got the birds in the home space, the home energy. They are about communication, but this is with very wise thinking around it. So it's actually using your nous and your wisdom, and I suppose a bit the diplomacy as well around the birds, the owls being that second card that's in that expanded deck of the Lenormand. If it was the original deck, it would be those that are gathering around the feeding station. As such, good evening, Shirley. Yes, it is. Well, new beginning is part of what is the stork meaning as well. I'm not sensing that. Well, yes, in a way. Good evening, Ros. How are you? Yes, thank you, Shirley. It's interesting trying to read the comments at the same time as feeling the energy for the reading, because yeah, just seeing what Shaz had said, it is new beginnings, but it's in a way what I'm seeing for me is more the changing. It's still in the process and progress. Yes, there could be a new beginning in that. If that's what you're seeing for yourself, Shaz, that's what it is meaning for you, is the new beginning. So it's the communication, really, and actually dipping into what is your own wisdom, that inner wisdom around the home, what your family, what senses there are with the family and situations that are going on. For myself, I do know what that means, but I'm not going to share that here. As in, you may or may not share with others too what that inner wisdom is, what that wisdom, what the birds and the owls are actually meaning, because it could be that that's just something that you're taking on for yourself. I'm feeling the inner part of it. For you, it may be that you need to be speaking your piece that is a very wise choice or decision to the rest of your family, or discussing with your partner. What we have here, unexpected young lady. So I'm going to get my hair cut shortly, and it could be an unexpected outcome for that one. And what happens with a young lady? So I'm assuming that she'd be younger than me, and etc. So that's what I'm seeing literally for my morning this morning. Immediately with having the hair cut, it has been ages and ages since I've had my hair cut or done in any way by a hairdresser, and it's not just because of the coronavirus. I choose not to be bothered with my hair much, and I just let it grow. That's what's been happening, but it's at a point it needs to be tended to. So here we have me. I'm taking this as me. It's in the position of your role. Here's the older woman, the older lady, contemplating hair up. Well, whether I come back with it short, whether it's still long, I'm not going to know, because that's what I feel is my choice at the time I sit in the chair there. And it's the contemplation. So my role is actually just thinking into what I have for my day ahead, what I'm feeling in each step. It's more or less telling me to actually be very present in the moments as I move through my day. That's what I'm feeling around it, not preempting too much, because this week still has some things that are intended to happen that I don't know the results of yet. So I suppose that's why there's some contemplation there and some inner search. Good. It fits well with you today. Yeah, great cards. And that's what the sense of like the idea of doing this is to have it meaningful for each and every one of you who are actually looking at this spread as I'm explaining it. Even my explanations that are from my own perspective may trigger something within you that's going to be an aha moment of what might be for your day, or, oh, I hadn't thought of that, to actually put into place for your day, that type of thing. And the perky boobs, yeah, well, I used to cover them when I'd do these readings because they were too perky for me. But hey, you can still dream, doesn't matter what age you are, only as old as we feel. I don't know the person. I know I had a laugh about that with Leanne yesterday. It was quite funny. Only as old as you feel, or I can't remember the saying. Someone might be able to put it there. And the clouds that are in that outcome. Look, as I look out my window, it definitely did have a fair bit of rain last night. So the clouds are dark. They are heavy looking. I think probably the most part of it's been through the night. But I haven't looked at the forecast, so I've got no idea. But it's still that even the feeling around, that was it, yes, the person you're feeling, yeah, or with. Yeah, so I'm feeling, there is still that heaviness around the energy because of the restrictions that are still in place and still needing to be kept in place because of the coronavirus. Now, whether we understand it or not, it's what the regulations or the recommendations or the whatevers are. I know with Australia some of the laws were changed specifically for it, but I gather, and I don't watch much TV, I gather that there has been some shift ideas that they'll start lifting them, so we can see that the clouds are going to lift and move into the sunshine. Whether that's exactly today, but it can be metaphorical. As far as the outcome, that feeling of the cloud over you might lift completely, so that what you've got is that freedom being set free, as if you're the beautiful birds flying in the sky, as free as the birds, and being able to have that spirit around you, that energy lift, that, what's really needed after all this dankness and feeling crunched in, crowded in because of being told that we can't do anything, that we have to stay home and all of the rest of it. So that's, oh yeah, you're only as old as the man you're feeling. That's a good one too. Thank you for those contributions. I like that. Yeah, raining here this morning. Yeah, I mean, we're not all that far away from each other, really. It's a half-hour drive, Shaz, but yeah, it has been raining all night here. So with that, as far as the freshness, that's something that's changing in your work life, that's moving through to because I work from home. I mean, that's where it's more significant for me. It really is just having a chat too with some of the direction of where I'm wanting to move to do my work, having a chat with the relevant people in my household, as well as, those who are joining in with, or I'm joining in with, or you're joining in with, that type of thing. It's the collaboration factor and being sensitive to the others around you in that home environment. And remembering we're all aspects of the woman, the young woman and the old, all and it doesn't matter what our age is, because the number that we are in years is irrelevant. It's the energies around that youth and the I call it the sage years, because it really feels like I've had enough years to be wise enough to know a few things that give me that wisdom. So it's all blending together to lift the clouds. That's what the outcome is, that the clouds are moving on. The rain is needed. Good morning, Sharon. And the morning, Ros. Now, your comment there is showing up as before that comment there. That's interesting. Anyway, so, yeah, we do need the rain. We do need those dark clouds are what brings the rain. So it's part of that life balance of where we do have the dark, the light, the moving from what is heavy into the light, even as far as the different vibrations that we have. As far as, there is so much that's been written over the last decade or two about ascension from the third dimensional into the fifth dimensional. And I have to say, there hasn't been a great deal said about the fourth dimension in the middle. But that's only a linear thing that we get hung up on. It's that energy that's around the who we are, we need to be focusing on. It is our part in that web that we are as humanity that really is important, and being the best person that we can be within that. So anyway, I'm going to have to leave that there because I need to squeeze in a bit of brekkie before I go down and get my hair cut. So thank you for being here. I'll be here again tomorrow morning. That will be more likely closer to 9 o'clock because it's just getting... Oh, whoops, I've left that comment up. Oh, yeah, thought you should say good morning. Oh, that's good. Thank you. Good heavens, a song just came into your mind. Gimme a man after midnight. Oh, look, Shaz, doing quotes from songs, lyrics, for me, my memory, I don't remember song names. Name the song or start to sing it. If only I could, well, I haven't got time to do you in as a guest and we could have you just come in and sing it. Anyway, I digress. I've got to get going and have some brekkie before I have a haircut. Thank you to those of you who've been on here live. Thank you to those who are watching as replay. Do remember, if you do want to have any, whoops, wrong button. If you do want to have any in-depth readings, something that's specific to you, particular to you, to answer any questions you've got, if you want to get in touch with those of your loved ones who've crossed over, and do 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I was trying to think. It will be closer to the 9 o'clock because just the 8 o'clock is a wee bit too early now that it's into the colder nights. I like to stay in bed a little bit longer. So thank you for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.